Imagine this. You've spent years studying, working hard to build a future, and you're in your 20s, full of dreams. But when you look around, the opportunities you've been promised aren't there. So, you make a decision. You pack your bags and leave. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is the reality for thousands of young Italians today.
And finally, from Europe, Italy is facing a growing exodus of young people seeking better opportunities abroad.
Hundreds of thousands of Italians were forced to leave.
And the exodus of Italians, the mass exodus, where 90% of the population left these territories.
Over the past decade, more than 1 million Italians, particularly those aged 25 to 34, have left the pristine paradise.
For decades, Italy has been a symbol of culture, history, and prosperity. But beneath the surface of this picturesque nation, there's a silent crisis unfolding. A crisis so serious that it could change the future of the country forever. Today, we're diving into why so many young Italians are leaving their homeland behind for better opportunities abroad, and what this mass exodus means for Italy's future. In the last decade, Italy has seen a dramatic increase in youth emigration. According to the Italian National Institute of Statistics, nearly 200,000 Italians left the country in 2020 alone, and approximately 40% of them were under the age of 30. That's around 80,000 young people packing their bags and heading abroad each year. But what's driving this mass migration? This isn't just a few thousand people, it's a growing wave of young talent leaving the country in search of opportunities elsewhere. But Italy isn't the only country facing this issue. Other southern European nations like Greece and Spain are also experiencing similar trends. Yet, Italy's situation is particularly alarming. One of the main reasons young Italians are leaving is simple: economic opportunity. Despite being one of the world's largest economies, Italy has struggled with slow economic growth, stagnating wages, and high unemployment. In fact, Italy's youth unemployment rate has hovered around 30% in recent years, nearly twice the EU average.
The latest figures published by the European Commission, Italy has the third highest youth unemployment rate in the Eurozone, after Spain and Greece.
In May, Europe's overall youth unemployment rate was 13.9%, while in Italy it was 21.7%, and almost double that in parts of the country's south.
For young people, this means that even with a degree, securing a stable, well-paying job is far from guaranteed. According to a report by the European Commission, over 40% of university graduates in Italy are employed in positions that don't require a degree, a phenomenon known as brain waste.
Before the end of the year, Giuseppe will be leaving Italy. He's angry at the lack of opportunities in Italy for his generation.
On the one hand, I don't want to leave my hometown. I was born here. But on the other hand, I'm happy because I think that I'll have a better chance of fulfilling my potential over there, to make a life for myself, with more security than in Italy.
It's a frustrating reality. The promise of a better life after education is not being fulfilled for many Italians, and that's pushing them to look elsewhere for opportunities. But it's not just about finding a job. The cost of living in Italy's major cities is another barrier. In places like Milan and Rome, the cost of rent and living expenses has skyrocketed in recent years. A one-bedroom apartment in Milan can easily cost over 1,200 euros per month. And for young people just entering the workforce, these prices are unaffordable. With wages stagnating and living costs rising, many young Italians are finding it increasingly difficult to survive in their own cities. It's no wonder that so many are choosing to leave for more affordable options abroad. Cities like Berlin, Lisbon, and Barcelona are becoming increasingly popular destinations for Italians looking to stretch their salaries further. The problem is even worse for young people in southern Italy. While the northern regions, like Milan, Turin, and Bologna, are economically prosperous, the south struggles with high unemployment, poverty, and a lack of infrastructure. The south has long been neglected, and for many young people there, leaving the country seems like the only option for a better future. In places like Sicily, Calabria, and Campania, youth unemployment is disproportionately high, sometimes exceeding 50%. The lack of job opportunities, along with poor infrastructure and educational facilities, leaves many young people with little choice but to move to more developed areas, either within Italy or abroad. So where are young Italians going? The majority of them head to other European countries like Germany, the UK, and Spain, where the job market is more open and salaries are better. But it's not just Europe. Many Italians are also seeking opportunities in the United States, Canada, and Australia, especially in fields like technology, finance, and design. The tech sector in particular has become a major draw for young Italians looking to build a career. With cities like Berlin and London offering booming tech hubs, young Italians are increasingly choosing to leave home to pursue careers in innovation and entrepreneurship. But what does all this mean for Italy? In the long run, the country could face a serious demographic crisis. With fewer young people remaining in the country, Italy's population is expected to shrink by nearly 10 million people by 2065. The aging population will place a heavy burden on Italy's social welfare system and pension schemes, while the country's economy risks stagnating further.
Italy's national birth rate has fallen to its lowest level on record. New figures reveal 400,000 births were recorded last year, which has attributed to an overall decline in population numbers.
According to experts, Italy's decreasing population is the most pressing issue that needs to be addressed. They say that the future of the country very much depends on that and on how to reverse the trend.
The loss of educated young talent is not just an economic issue. It's a cultural one. The creative energy, entrepreneurship, and innovation that young people bring are essential to Italy's future as a global leader in culture, business, and technology.
And if the trend continues, it will be very hard to sustain both the pension and the health systems.
Italy is aware of the problem and is taking steps to reverse the trend. The government has launched programs like the Youth Guarantee, which aims to provide job training, internships, and apprenticeships for young people.
EU countries are working towards setting up a youth guarantee, a new approach to tackling youth unemployment. The aim is to ensure that all young people who are up to 25 years old, and even those not registered with the employment offices, receive good employment offers, continued education, apprenticeships or traineeships within 4 months of finishing school or becoming unemployed.
Additionally, Milan and other cities are becoming growing hubs for startups, attracting young talent in technology, design, and innovation. But is it enough? While these initiatives are helpful, many believe more needs to be done, particularly in improving the job market, increasing investments in the southern regions, and making the country more attractive for young entrepreneurs and foreign investors. Italy stands at a crossroads. The silent exodus of its youth is a crisis, but it's also a chance for the country to adapt and rebuild. The question is, will Italy create the conditions for its young people to thrive at home? Or will the exodus continue, leaving the future uncertain? What do you think? Can Italy reverse the brain drain, or is it too late? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more documentaries exploring the untold stories of the world.